Holiday Bootcamp. Beyond Barriers Brainpower is a social enterprise, and we are into investment into the education sector of Nigeria. We are popularly known for the Brainpower conference annually, and then we just decided to start the bootcamp. We have been here since Wednesday, and we'll be here till Monday morning. We are engaging in a lot of things as you find in the program. So welcome to Beyond Barriers Holiday Bootcamp 2016. Beyond Barriers Holiday Bootcamp 2016.
I've got the advantage.
You've got the advantage?
Oh yeah.
Yes, he's got the advantage. You've got the advantage. Because what keeps you ahead of others is the advantage you have, right? Okay, so straight to you, Mr. Bennett. Your profile here is very, very interesting, and I might even be tempted to be intimidated personally. And I'm impressed actually when I see this kind of records. And we like it, we celebrate you for that. My first question for you is, what has been driving you? What has been your driving power so far? You've been able to have 8 A's in your WAEC. You've been a valedictorian. So there were so many other good guys in your class, right? From maybe your SS1, and then you were in Cowbellpadeia. I'm not sure you were there. You know, the other guys, I watched the YouTube videos, and you've been in NNPC annual quiz competition. I'm not sure you were there alone. So what has been your advantage? That's why we have here the advantage. What would you say has been of help to you to get all this to your name? You're welcome.
Okay. The major reason why I was able to accomplish all that was because of the advantage of the teachers in my school.
Wow.
Yes. Mainly the tutors in my school, those who educate us and take us through the rigorous learning, they are well equipped, okay, and they have been trained to teach us well. So this is just the outcome of the marvelous training that they have been giving to us. And also, I have been really guided by God. You know, if you stand faithfully with God, you're able to do more than you even dreamed of. So with the help of God, I was also able to achieve some of the things that He said I would.
Wow. Did you hear what he said? He talked about teachers in the school. They are well grounded with concepts and principles. And he also talked about the God. Did you hear that? Because God is actually the one that makes all this happen. But let me go back a little, maybe before your secondary school. Would you also say your primary school, you heard him mention the advantage? You heard that the word advantage from his mouth? Did I say that to him? Do you have the advantage? Yes. So that means you really need the advantage. Everybody needs the advantage. All right, back to your primary school experiences. I don't know where you did your primary school, but trace down there to your secondary school. Would you say the primary school was also of help to what your latter experiences in secondary school?
Yes, of course. By the way, I went to Dove International School in Nigeria. So, yes, my primary school helped me a lot. Because your primary school is your foundation. It's where you're going to start your education. So, for sure, it has to help you. You have to learn starting from your ABC and 1, 2, 3, you have to be taught well. Till when you start moving on to elementary studies of maths and English and social studies and the rest. Okay. So your primary school also has its role to play, because teachers in primary school also have to be good, and they also have to be you have to also have to be studious on your own. So yes, my primary school helped me.
Wow. Can you give it up for that? Give it up for that. So if you know you were playing in your primary school days, please go back and start with Simbi is a boy. Hello? Go back and start with basic concepts. It's not late. Go and start with A, B, C, D. Go and start with 1 to 10 and all that. Counting in 10s, counting in 20s. Alright. I want to delve into a bit of your family. I know that your dad is an ICTC guru. And the last time I checked, anybody in the ICTC is also very, very okay with mathematics. And you have really set a global record in mathematics. And would you say your family also gave you an advantage? Definitely, the family did. but in what specific way? In what specific way, so that we can also see how to work that out for all of us here. Thank you.
Yes, your family also has its role to play. You know, there are many factors that have to be considered before you can achieve great heights. The first role your family has to play in helping you is caring for you. Yes, I have benefited from the utmost care from my family. The family has to love and care for you and support you at all times. I won't tell you that it's every time I felt like you. It's not every time. I won't tell you it's every time I felt like doing something. There are sometimes you on your own be lazy, for example. But your parents have to push you. They have to support you. Okay. So with that care that they have for you, instead of just leaving you to do what you feel like, with that care that they have for you, you are able to be motivated to do even what you don't want to do. And then when the outcome comes out, when you see the outcome, you'll be happy.
Your parents have to push you sometimes. Did you hear that? Hello? Did you hear that? Yes. Your parents have to push you sometimes. So for those of you that are saying, I'm big enough, I can take care of myself, know when I want to read. Yes, you know when you want to read. But what? Your parents have to push you sometimes. Someone say that to me. You are talking to me. You are saying your parents. How about you? Talk about yourself. Say, my parents have to push me sometimes. So when they push you, it is to give you the advantage. They are not just telling you to read because, I don't know, they want to punish you or they want to stress your life. No. It's to give you the advantage. Wow, that was very, very interesting. Now let me run back to Cowbellpadeia. And I've watched this competition a series of times. I never had the privilege of taking part in it in my school when I was in secondary school. I think some of them here have. I know that our local government, they also get schools here. That level, I know of a school that was able to survive up to the maybe zonal level. I've not heard of, okay, they survived up to states, and that was the end of the show. And so back to Cowbellpadeia. We know that top is we have a maybe litany of smart guys, that are good mathematics guys. They have good teachers just like you. Everybody have good teachers. So why you? Why was it you? Why was it not some other person? And I know that even the 8 A's, I think I'm in the know. I had to go to top itself to make findings. I took this in personal sir. I had to go and make findings. But as serious as that, what is this thing all about? What's in this thing? I went to top it not less than 2 times last month. No, this month. To go and see things for myself. Okay. So Cowbellpadeia, why was it you? Why not the guy that sits behind in the class? Or why not the guy that sits in front of you? Or the one beside you? Why not the girl that dresses well? You know? Why not the other people that were fatter than you? You know, the other guys that were taller than you? Those ones that could. You understand what I mean? Why was it you and not those other guys?
Okay. There are 2 basic reasons why I was chosen. Okay. First, it was God's favor. Okay. It was basically God's favor for me. And secondly, it was also because maybe some of us are more hardworking than the others. Okay. So if you do not work hard and if you take everything as a thing, of course you can't be chosen to go to do something. Okay, you can't be chosen to represent your school, for example. So out of us that were chosen, I was favored by God, and then I was chosen to go for it.
Wow, out of people were actually chosen and he was favored by God. And he made a very profound statement here. Some of us work harder than others. Did you hear that? Yes. That's how the world goes. And I said something earlier, there are X and there are X. So all of us work hard, right? Yes. But some of us work harder than others. I think there is also the other one of Animal Fan that says, all animals are what? Don't you read? All animals are what? Equal. But some animals are more equal than others. So that's the message. So if you really need the advantage, what he's trying to say is that if someone said one of his resolutions for after yesterday's experience was to read minimum 3 hours in a day. I thought someone would say, I'm going 5 hours. That's what we are talking about. 3 hours. He has worked hard, isn't it? But someone will do 5. Someone will do 6. I have done 9 before, stretch, back to back, 9 on one seat. So there was a time I read and my legs were swollen. I didn't know. I was in pre-degree. I had to ask my brother. I thought maybe some powers from my village. Some of us work harder than others. So my challenge to you guys is that you should be the one to work harder than the other person. Not that you are competing, but you know the advantage you want to give yourself. You know the advantage you want to give yourself. Bootcamp 2016. Are we enjoying it? Are you bored? All right, we should continue, right? Okay, and then let me dive a bit into SACE, WAEC exams. 8 A's. I need to adjust my glasses to see this. 8 A's. Wow, in WAEC. Okay, Jesus is Lord. All right. 8 A's. Impressive. Wonderful. When I saw the result, I was like, wow, wow, wow. Some people even had 9 A's. Someone for one girl there's someone from Abia that had 9 A's and all that. And good enough, yeah, because he actually had a B, nobody had an A in that course in the school. Am I in order? I did the findings actually, you might not know about that. Nobody had a B in that course. 8 A's in YA. Wow, interesting. So, how did you write it? Oh, just answer that one first. How did you write it?
Pen and paper.
Pen and paper. I remember that he sharing something. He said some people are just determined in rubbishing their father's results. Remember that he shared that. Pen and paper. I don't understand. Bootcamp 2016. The idea is that if you can write and have, for those of you that are yet to write, if you can write and have 8 A's, that means anybody can do. That's the idea. If anything has been done before, that means it can be repeated. All you need to do is to study and master what principle did you put in place, and then you follow through, and then you get that done. So when you say pen and papers, talking about the advantage, because everything we are saying is around advantage. What do you think? Because I know that even inside top faith, everybody don't have 8 A's. Matter of fact, yes, I did my findings. All the students in the class do not have 8 A's or 9 A's or even 5 A's. There are guys that had 4, people also had 5. A good number also had 8. I think about up to 6 or so of them had 8 A's or something around there. Some people had B's as well. So there is definitely an advantage. Apart from your teacher, which you mentioned earlier, then the grace of God, which you also noted earlier. What other advantage? Talking about WAEC alone now. Within your preparation phase, the pre-exam experiences, what advantage do you think gave you these 8 A's?
Another advantage I can think of is the people who were around me, specifically at the time that I read that exam. Because, most of us, we were serious about the exam. Okay. So, for example, if you're in an atmosphere where everybody around you is studying for the exam, everybody reads, of course, you have to follow suit. You can't be playing while everyone is reading. So, what I'm trying to say here is that if you know that you're supposed to study and the person next to you isn't serious, then it's better to be alone than to be with someone who isn't serious. Okay? Because when you're with people who are motivated, you also catch the motivation.
Wow. When you are with people who are what? You also do what? That means motivation is transferable. You see why you needed to be in camp? And he also said it's better to be alone than to be in the midst of people who are not serious. And I remember one profound statement someone made, that it's better to walk alone than to walk with the wrong person. And we know the popular anthem that says, birds of a feather. Something like that. So you should choose your friends. That's what he's saying in summary. Choose your friends. You cannot be heading for 8 A's and you're working with someone who is heading for 8 A's. You're already in 9 A's. So choose your friends. Choose your associations. Decide to decide. And let me inform us once again that everything we are doing here is streamed live on educateme.com.ng. and it's streamed live. We'll have the YouTube videos. Everybody watching what we are doing from anywhere on planet Earth. It is in WAEC. Okay, let's leave that WAEC thing as we begin to round up. That WAEC thing and all the other records you set made you the valedictorian from Top Fit. I came around, I saw your pictures displayed everywhere in the school, and of course, his name will go into the school of the book of records of the school, the book of life of that school. Did you feel special, valedictorian? You know, that day, in fact, before that day, your picture was already on displayed everywhere, big billboard, Benedetto everywhere, Benedetto this, Benedetto that. That day, peradventure, if the governor was there, you would have had an handshake with him, the president, you know, people, Benedetto. How did you feel? You know, that feeling.
Of course, I felt special.
Wonderful.
Yes, that is how you feel when you succeed. Okay, it's a normal feeling. Of course, you're not meant to feel too high because you should know that it's not all by night. Okay, but you have that normal feeling that you have achieved something. Okay, you feel satisfied, but it doesn't mean you should stop there. Okay, you still have to keep working hard because there is no limit. There is no limit to end.
Wow, you remember? You felt special, but you don't have to feel so high. You remember Doctor talking about high? You remember Dr. Obama talking about high? Feel special, but don't feel too high because everything is God that gives you the grace, isn't it? The grace is of God. The grace of God. But let me just ask you one last thing on this 8 A's. Did you see it coming? Did you anticipate it?
No, I didn't expect it to be sincere.
You expected 9? Okay, so what?
I expected a very good result.
Okay.
But not 8 years to be specific.
Okay.
That is also part of God's.
Wow. Talking about God so much, like he wants to be a bishop. Alright, so he didn't expect it, but he was working hard. So that's the idea. And there is this hands-on that says, chase, what do you say now? Chase excellence.
And success.
Chase excellence and success will follow you. Am I right? So he was busy chasing, pursuing excellence. And without stress. Without what? Stress. Success just follow. So that's the way you chase excellence, success will follow. So after the whole 8 A's, Cowbellpadeia, valedictorian from Top Faith, okay, I've seen you a beneficiary of Top Faith Excellence Scholarship. What is Top Faith Excellence Scholarship? Is it like $10 billion scholarship or let's know? We want to know what is there.
It's for the students of Top Faith International Secondary School, where I school, for those who were able to make outstanding results at the end of each session. Okay, so they give scholarship to the first, second, and third students for the year for each class.
What is in the scholarship? Is it to go to Harvard? Is it some big money?
It's
Some big package?
free tuition for the tuition of the school fees for the first position. For the second position, you have the portion of the tuition fees, so you pay less for having achieved an excellent result.
Wow, did you hear that? Did you hear? Free tuition, no stress. Not calling mommy and daddy up and down for tuition fees. So for having 8 A's and winning all these things, free tuition. So you're not thinking of school fees, just to the university you want to go there, keep gaining the advantage, and your tuition is taken care of by who? Top Faith International Secondary School. So the money was not actually wasted, the school fees and all that. But you know, some people selected who got it. Just like we even have in Gateway here. I know Gateway, they do that to the also ways they award people and some other schools around here. Now, I want to narrow it down to something I believe is an H. You have that H. And it's looking like a mystery to some folks down here. At the mention of the word mathematics, people shut down. They fold. Because they just behave themselves. And this question is coming in. Please. This is getting serious. At the mention of the word mathematics, they just behave themselves. Mathematics, no. In fact, mathematics teacher is coming. Once they hear the mathematics teacher is coming, people's mind are started flying out. And if you want to see the world, just put that subject from midday up. forget about it. They won't learn anything. To make it to cowbell and you did all that, and even one of the A's is also in mathematics. So what model did you use to give yourself the advantage in mathematics? Apart from, you mentioned your teachers earlier, God, what gave you that edge in mathematics? Are they special books you studied? What are they? Are they special materials you used? Are there, what gave you that advantage? What kept you ahead of others in mathematics? Thank you.
Okay. First, to learn mathematics fluently, you have to understand it very well. First thing you must have is the mindset to learn it. If you want to know math, if you don't want to have the stress of having to read it over and over again, you have to declare within yourself that you are ready to learn it. Okay, it needs commitment and devotion. So after you have declared within yourself that you are ready to learn it, you now have to work towards it. First, you have to start from the basics, as I said, especially for mathematics. You have to start from the very first point where you started learning it, okay, and then follow up from there. From there, you should be able to study on your own, have help from your teachers, attend your classes regularly, and then after all those, you'll be able to excel in mathematics. So it doesn't just stop there. When you are at the level with your class, when you're at your class level, where your teacher is, when you learn mathematics so much, it doesn't become so much stress again. After you've been able to understand the basics very well, and you're understanding what you're being taught, it doesn't become stressful again. From there on, you can even read on your own and understand it better than your teacher. That's the truth. Okay? And then it also depends on the kind of books you read. Okay? You shouldn't just stop at the books that your school provides for you. Maybe you could go searching for more. Okay? More that have more information. Because that extra information will help you and help you to master the subject.
Wow. He said a lot of things. I want to see if you are participating. He mentioned so many strategies that he used to give himself the advantage in mathematics. So someone from here, are those the phenomenals? In this bootcamp we have 3 boots: the phenomenals, the Yasnomite, and then the Mandelites. So from the phenomenals, he mentioned so many things. Can you just mention one? Anybody from there? I want to hear a voice. Commitment. Thank you very much. Yasnomite, don't look back. You are the person I'm talking. Yasmo, he mentioned so many things about mathematics. What did you hear? Devotion. Yes. And then the Mandelite, what did you hear? Declare to yourself that you are ready to learn. Self-decision. So you've got to decide. Nobody decides for you. Your teachers cannot decide for you. A popular answer also says that teachers open the door, but you go in by yourself. What did I say? So the teacher, Mr. Barr, and Mr. Eminem, all of us, even myself, I will only open the door. Bootcamp will finish on Monday, so we have opened the door. So from Tuesday, you are in charge, you are the CEO. You go in by yourself. We have given you so many things, materials, you have learned a lot of things, and all that. From Tuesday, yours truly will not be there with you. Is that true? True or true? Will I be with you on Tuesday? There is no more bootcamp. So we have opened the door. You go in by yourself. You have to declare to yourself, okay, after the bootcamp, this is what I want to do. And you have to really have the tenacity to keep pushing. I don't want this to take longer than necessary. Do we have questions? You would have said become a bane of our education sector, that become a cankerworm that has eaten deep and deep into the system. I remember when I was in about my senior secondary 2, that is normally the way it is done. We told that SAT, you write on your own. You are not expecting help from heaven or wherever, or earth. You write on your own. Heaven would have helped you before you get to the exam top. And I remember what happened when I finished my SS3. I remember when I wrote my JAM. It was in Port Harcourt. I told you about that experience. When I went to the hall, people were shouting. One message received. Someone was with phone. I didn't understand what was happening. The next thing I saw people moving from seat to seat, taking money. I was like, what is going on here? You know? The next thing, I saw the hall turning into what I couldn't really fathom. You know, I just came out from secondary school, so these experiences were not friendly to me. It was after that jam that they now sat me down and told me, so you don't know what is called exam malpractice. There is in fact, not even there is exam malpractice. It is, in fact, it is one of the subjects taught in school now these days. Exam malpractice has become one of the subjects now taught in school. So what am I trying to say? It is. Did you bring out some paper, a little piece of paper, and then to check some of the concepts your teacher taught you to at least copy it? Huh? Did a teacher, maybe a subject teacher on the day of biology, just come and just number 2A, number 3B, or did maybe the invigilator connive in any way to maybe leave you to talk to your colleagues? Number 5, number 4, let's shake. Let's share. We are friends, We have been friends right from day one. We are friendship here. You understand what I'm saying? Bootcamp 2016? Is it making sense? Yes. Alright, so this 8 A's, did it just come by you just read, you pray to God, you believe in God, you have devotion, you have determination, you prayed, in fact you fasted, you spoke in tongues, you went to the hall, you sat down, you did pen and paper, came out and 8 A's came out. Was there? Tell us.
I didn't do it all on my own.
Okay.
But also I didn't cheat during the exam.
Okay.
In my school, in fact, it's not even allowed. You cannot perform examination or practice. But your friends can help you and you can also help your friends. Okay. Besides, before the exam, you had 6 good years. The whole 6 years to study. So you're not just studying on your own. You also have to interact with your friends. I don't know everything. It's not everything I know. There are some things that I learned from the people that I'm listening on podcast. Okay? So it's not everything you learn on your own. You have to interact with people. Okay? You need help from others. But during the exam, it's always best to be on your own. Because, even for example, the whiteboard, for example, if they notice that a particular center performed examination or practice, for example, everybody's answer is the same. And if everybody's answer is the same, it means they copied or something. They will deduct the marks. They won't even allow anyone there to pass the exam. So it's better to stay on your own. But for example, if you have a teacher that comes to you to tell you the answer, we block your ear. You won't block your ear. I'm not saying that teachers help you, but you shouldn't ask for answers. Okay? You shouldn't try to connect with other people. Try to be on your own. Okay? And then if you're stranded, okay, if you need help, just be faithful, help will come.